In today's video, we're going to go over what people are saying about living in St. George, Utah to help you decide if this is the right place for you. If you are thinking of making a move to St. George or really anywhere in southern Utah, my name is Elizabeth Prisbrey. I'm with Stratum Real Estate Group and I would love to help you out with that. Please feel free to call, text, or email anytime. My contact information is down below in the description. All right, now people's opinions vary widely when considering the appealing and challenging aspects of living in St. George, Utah. I did a little research to see what people are saying so that I could bring you some of the positive and negative feedback. We're going to go over the positive feedback first. If you stick around till the end, I will give you the negative feedback because I'm sure you want to hear that as well. If you're already living in the St. George area and you have some positive or negative feedback that I missed here, please feel free to leave that down below in the comments because I'm sure there is someone that would appreciate that information. All right, the first thing on our positive feedback is going to be the beautiful scenery and the outdoor activities. If you have been to St. George, Utah, you know it's a desert. However, it is surrounded by beautiful red rock mesas that really make this desert very stunning. Not to mention it's close to Zion National Park, it's close to Snow Canyon State Park, it's close to Sand Hollow State Park. You can be to any of those within 30 to 45 minutes. Depending on where you live, you can be to some of those in 10 minutes. This makes it really ideal for those that like to go out hiking, like rock climbing, or really any of those other outdoor activities. The second thing people noted is the friendly community. St. George is known for being very welcoming and friendly, which makes it ideal for families, retirees, those looking for a very supportive community. The third thing is going to be the mild climate. St. George gets over 300 days of sunshine a year, which makes it great for those that enjoy those outdoor activities and those that are wanting to avoid the extreme winter conditions. The fourth positive people noted is the growing economy. St. George has been expanding massively over the last 15 to 20 years, which means the job opportunities are expanding faster here than in many other parts of the country. Number 5 on this list is going to be the proximity to major cities. You've got Las Vegas, just a short 2-hour drive to the south, and then you've got Salt Lake City, about a 4.5-hour drive to the north. Number 6, many people really praise the low crime rate here in St. George. Of course, there's going to be crime anywhere, but for a city like St. George, the crime rate is really pretty low. Families noted feeling pretty safe and secure here. So if that's something that's important to you, definitely check the crime stats to make sure that this is the right place for you. Number 7 for positive feedback, and this is a big one that a lot of people noted, is the quality of healthcare in St. George. St. George has some of the best healthcare in Utah. We have the St. George Regional Hospital, we have the Intermountain Healthcare System here, we have lots of doctors and specialists, and honestly, the cost of that healthcare is quite a bit better, I feel, than in Las Vegas. I did live in Las Vegas for most of my life, and I would actually come up to St. George to take part in that healthcare because I felt like I was getting better service and the cost was a little bit better. And that's my opinion. Check it out for yourself, see what you think. Number 8 is going to be the educational opportunities people feel that they have in St. George. As far as colleges go, there is Utah Tech University, which is a 4-year D1 college. Also here in Southern Utah, parents have access to public schools, charter schools, private schools. There are also a lot of homeschool options here, and the state does a lot to really support those homeschool parents. All right, number 9 is going to be an active lifestyle. This kind of goes along with number 1, but St. George has a lot of parks, trails, fitness centers, golf courses. I feel like St. George could not have any more golf courses, but I guarantee a few more will go up this year. St. George really does a good job of promoting that active and healthy lifestyle. So if that's something that is important to you, that is some of the positive feedback that I am receiving. All right, number 10 on this list for positives, I will get to negatives in a second. Number 10 is going to be community events. There are a variety of community events, festivals that take place throughout the year that really add to that strong community, the welcoming vibe that you feel, and make it really enjoyable for people to live here. All right, that's where I'm going to stop my positives. I'm sure there's more, so if you have one, go ahead and put it down in the comments. Now we're going to switch gears and we're going to hit the negative feedback. There's always going to be positives with negatives or pros with cons. Nothing is ever perfect. So make sure you can deal with the negatives before choosing to move here. Maybe those positives will outweigh the negatives. All right, number 1 for negative feedback is going to be the high housing costs. St. George housing costs are higher than the national average, which can be a barrier for many potential residents. The issue is exacerbated by those coming in from other states that can't afford to pay higher and drive that housing costs up. This has definitely been negative feedback from those that were already living here and feel like they are pushed out of the housing market. Now, number 2 kind of goes back to our job opportunities. Although there are a lot of job opportunities, the average wage here for many of those jobs is lower than what you might expect, which makes it difficult to afford those high housing costs. Add to that number 3, which is job market limitations. Although there are a lot of job opportunities here, there are limited job opportunities for those high-paying jobs. We are seeing a lot of new companies come here, and I do see that adjusting in the future, but for now, there is a lot of competition for those high-paying jobs. All right, number 4 is going to be entertainment options. Some residents of St. George feel there is a lack of entertainment or that nightlife here in St. George, and there is, honestly. We are an outdoor active community, so if you are looking for that nightlife, you're gonna have to drive 2 hours south to Las Vegas. You're gonna get plenty of that. The drive is short. You can do that on the weekend. You can do that in an evening if you are looking for that type of entertainment. However, in St. George, they're absolutely right. If that's a negative for you, be aware of that. All right, number 5 on our negative feedback, which I feel like I really should have put first, and I'm sure you've heard this over and over, but it's going to be the extreme temperatures in the summertime. Although you're avoiding extreme winter conditions, St. George does have hot summers. It will get up over 100 degrees multiple times during the summer. At that point, you're going to want to stay inside with your nice little air conditioner and enjoy that. Of course, you can go out, swim. There's Sand Hollow Reservoir nearby where you can get in the water, but you're going to probably want to do that in the morning or in the evening because midday it is going to get pretty hot. This is definitely negative feedback that we get often. Be aware that you are going to get extreme temperatures in the summer. All right, number 6 is going to be that urban sprawl or the congestion, meaning the city is growing so much, it is moving outwards and expanding. This makes personal space really pretty difficult and adds to the traffic congestion. Of course, this happens in every city that grows, but be aware there are going to be parts of town that aren't prepared for the people that are coming in, and you could likely get stuck in traffic in a few of those congested areas in town. Number 7 is going to be flood risks. Although St. George is in a desert and it does have low rainfall, it is actually prone to flash floods because of the geographical features that St. George has around it. So that is a negative, and it will depend on where you actually live within the city. All right, number 8 on the negative list that people have noted is a lack of diversity. Some residents in St. George have noted a lack of cultural and ethnic diversity. This might be something that's very important to you if you're seeking a more cosmopolitan environment. Just be aware there isn't a whole lot of diversity yet. Number 9, this was on the negative side. However, some people consider it a positive, but it's got a very conservative culture. The cultural and political atmosphere here in St. George is very conservative, which may not be appealing to everyone. This can be a concern if you're looking for a more liberal environment or a different cultural setting. Just be aware St. George leans way more on the conservative side when it comes to politics. Again, this can be positive or negative depending on where you land. And then number 10 on the negative feedback is a lack of transportation. Public transportation options in St. George are very limited. So if you don't have a personal vehicle, it can make it challenging to get around the city. All right, I know that was a very, very brief list, which makes for a shorter video, but I wanted to give you some positive and negative feedback I found in my research to help you dig in a little deeper with the ones that really concern you. Of course, check the comments. I'm sure somebody will leave something else. Reach out to me if you have any more specific questions. Overall, St. George is a beautiful place to live. It has a very friendly community. There are a lot of outdoor recreational activities that you can take part in. Of course, we still have our high housing costs and our extreme summer heat, but for 9 months out of the year, the weather here is pretty beautiful. All right, if you've made it through this and you are thinking St. George is the place for you, or really anywhere in Southern Utah, my name is Elizabeth Prisbrey. I'm with Stratum Real Estate Group, and I would love to help you make that move here. Please feel free to reach out anytime. I promise you I will respond. All right, until next time, have a wonderful day.